Kinakailangan tayo ang henerasyon na magwawakas sa matinding kahirapan.
Tayo
ang henerasyon
na pinakapursigidong
labanan
ang kawalan ng hustisya
at hindi pagkakapantay-pantay.
at ang henerasyon
na siyang susugpo sa climate change.
At ito ang gagawin natin.
Ang Sustainable Development Goals.
15 taong plano para sa ating lahat.
Sa bawat sulok ng mundo,
Wala tayong iiwanan. Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundong walang sinuman ang dumaranas.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan
Walang nagugutom at gumigising sa umagang nagtatanong,
may kakainin ba yun?
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan walang taong namamatay
sa sakit na may lunas.
at kung saan
Ang tamang pangangalaga
Ng kalusugan ay panghabang buhay.
ang karapatan ng lahat.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan lahat
ay nakakapag-aral
at nabibigyan ng sapat na kaalaman.
At kasanayan,
para sa isang masaganang buhay.
mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan lahat ng kababaihan
at lahat ng batang babae
ay may patas na oportunidad
Upang umunlad,
maging matibay at ligtas.
hindi tayo magtatagumpay.
Kung kalahati ng mundo,
ay naiiwanan.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan
lahat ay mayroong malinis na tubig
at maayos na palikuran.
sa bahay,
Sa paaralan
at sa trabaho.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundong
Sapat na enerhiya para sa lahat.
Init, ilaw at
kuryente na hindi sumisira sa mundo.
sa isang mundong umuunlad
ang mga ekonomiya
At ang kayamanang tinatamasa.
siya ring magbibigay
Ng disenteng trabaho para sa lahat.
sa isang mundo kung saan ang ating
mga industriya
Infrastruktura
at pinakamahusay na inobasyon.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundong walang diskriminasyon at labis na di pagkakapantay-pantay.
sa loob ng ating bansa
Sa pagitan ng mga bansa.
mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan
ang lungsod at komunidad ay ligtas.
maunlad at sumusuporta sa mga naninirahan dito.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan ibinabalik natin
Ang ating kinuha sa inang kalikasan.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundong desididong sumpuin
ang banta ng climate change.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo
kung saan pinangangalagaan natin ang ating mga karagatan.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan pinangangalagaan natin ang buhay sa kalupaan.
mga kagubatan, mga hayop.
at ang kabuuan ng ating daigdig.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan may kapayapaan sa bansa.
Kung saan ang lahat ng pamahalaan ay may pananagutan.
At isang mundo
kung saan mamamayani ang hustisya at bawat isa ay pantay sa harap ng batas.
at tayo ay dapat mamuhay sa isang mundo kung saan ang lahat ng bansa
at ang kanilang mga mamamayan
Ay magtutulungan upang isakatuparan ang Sustainable Development Goals.
sa lahat ng mga tao at sa lahat ng sulok ng mundo.
Ito ang United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
Tayo na't kumilos
Sabay-sabay nating isakatuparan ito.
Para sa atin,
Ito ang United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
Hello, good morning everyone. I am Eagle Scout Winch from M5.
And I am Bianca May Asilpates, your host for today's episode of
Scouts for Sustainability. Ayan, episode 4 na agad tayo.
Parang kailan lang we had our pilot episode last January 7, I think. And that was 3 weeks ago.
bigay lang tayo ng konting recall or recap about sa mga past episodes. So sa first episode was about oral advocacies, about our journey. Second was a student leader, si Kuya Carl. Last episode, Brazilian vlogger, si Sir Felipe. And today, sino kaya?
Grabe, yun nga eh. It's been a quick 2021. Isipin mo, in a few days time, maging February na, or maybe
Or
March.
pwedeng March.
Yun nga. So, pero ito nga partner, I have a question for you before we introduce our guests. As a kid ba, have you ever dreamt of being an actress?
Nasa mukha ba, Bianca?
Why not? Pwede.
Pero to answer that question, yes. Siguro naman lahat tayo nagdaan dyan na gustong maging artista kasi sila yung lagi nating nakikita sa television. And quick story lang. Nung ako ay 6 or 7 years old, nag-audition ako sa Star Circle Quest. So, pumili ako ng pagkahaba-haba kami ni Mama. And then, alam mo ba nangyari nun? So, itong batang katabi ko, yung kalinya ko, sabi dun sa director or kay kuya, pwede ka pong hindi nang umarte. Tatlo yung kailangan gawin. Umarte, sumayaw at kumanta. Syempre, nahihirapan akong umiyak. Tapos nung nalaman ko pwede naman palang hindi umiyak, hindi ako umiyak. Tapos yung nanay ko sa gilid sabi, sure, umiyak ka. Hanggang sa natapos na. So, yun, doon na nag-end ang journey ng aking artista life. Ikaw ba, Bianca?
Pala. May pala audition ka pa din pala noon. Siguro
Ikaw
yan yung mga hindi ko nagawa sa buhay ko. Pero, meron ako isang experience na parang ini-invite. We're at the mall. Siguro mga grade school or preschool. Ganun pa kabata. Then, parang they were inviting or they were asking my mom na if ever na interested pa siya to enroll us or parang to bring us to a studio or something. Tapos may binigyan na calling card. So, I was very hopeful na, may possibility may artista or something. So, after a few days naman, they didn't bring us there. So, parang, okay, doon na nagtatapos ang journey na yun.
Na artista life. So, yan. Dahil, nga pala, before I forget, we've been receiving lots of positive feedbacks from our friends, from our viewers, sa mga sumusubaybay sa Pinoy Scout TV, which we are very, very thankful for. So, ito, basahin lang natin from Mia Kate Juliana J. De La Cruz. Okay. Para po sa mga hosts, magaling pong mag-deliver at whatever man ang gusto nilang ipahatid ay naiintindihan po. Wow! Next is ito. It makes the viewers learn more about the advocacies. It influences viewers positively and the way they speak talagang napaka-hopeful. Glad to hear na nabibigyan kayo ng pag-asa ng ating mga guests at kami ng mga hosts. Ito, last one. Very active page. Wow, Sir Kim! Shout out kay Sir Kim. Very active daw po page natin. The team always makes sure that the content they serve are informative and relevant, not just for the scouts around the country, but also for all the youth. Guest comes from different parts of the archipelago, even from other foreign countries, which makes the page wholesome, an open space for different experiences and perceptions. Furthermore, the hosts are doing good, and they make sure that the atmosphere throughout the live is lively and interesting. Well, thank you, Cyrus.
Thank you so much sa pag-support pa rin dito sa Pinoy Scout TV and of course sa Scouts for Sustainability. So, yun nga partner, kaya natanong ko kanina yung tanong na yun. Kasi nga, may relation yan sa guest natin for today. And we are so happy to introduce her to all of you. Kaya naman, to all those who are watching our live right now, please like Pinoy Scout TV, tag your friends, share the stream, and encourage your friends to engage with us with the comment section and so that we can read your comments and greetings and of course to reach more audience.
So ito na, excited na ako. Bianca, would you mind introducing our very beautiful guest?
So our guest for today is an actress, we have seen her in various shows, movies, teleseries, including Ning Ning, It's Showtime, The House of Us, and many more. But she is not only an actress, she is also a sustainable champion. Please welcome Miss Ria Atayde.
Ayan, ito
Oh,
na ang ating
hi everyone.
Hello po,
Hi.
Miss Ria. Una po sa lahat,
Hi.
maraming salamat po sa pagtanggap ng aming invitasyon. Now, going with the first question po, ako po ay very curious kasi inintroduce po namin kayo as an actress and we've seen you in lots of films, television shows, and interviews. But how will you introduce yourself po sa amin? Sino po ba si Ma'am Ria behind the camera?
Hoy, anong ma'am? I'm not your principal. I'm Ria Atayde. That's it. That's really,
Sige
that's
po.
it. Like, I don't know. I'm Ria Atayde. Hello. In the introduction, yes. Yeah.
Yun po, Miss, Ate Ria. Ate Ria, ano po ang
Yes,
inyong
get
mga
better.
hobbies and talents?
Acting. Wow, acting. Malamang. Baking. Ano pa ba? Yun lang naman siguro.
Ito po may gusto kami itanong. Have you ever encountered scouting when you were in high school or elementary?
Alam mo lang, grade school ako, elementary. I have nga pictures yung naka-green. Yung Girl
Ah, yeah,
Scout na green
Girl Scout.
uniform. I don't know kung meron akong ganun na picture in my phone. But I have pictures like that nung bata ako. Nung bata lang.
So, meron na rin po kayong background as to how scouting works and kung ano po yung goal ng organization. So, that's great po na engaged din po pala kayo sa scouting before. It's so great po na kausap po namin kayo about this then.
Thanks for having me. Thank you for having me.
So yun nga po, I have this question po na kasi I have noticed po na you have a lot of affiliations with different organizations and groups. So we want to ask, what are those groups po and what do you advocate for specifically? It can be more than one.
Okay, right now, I think my main advocacies are children's rights with Save the Children, and of course, voters' education, registration, and participation through We the Youth Vote. Yun, yung dalawang yun, those are really what I'm like super into these days. At yun yung mga kinakareer ko.
How about naman po yung mga past ninyong involvement na projects? Ano po yung mga memorable or yung mga, ano po yung iba nyong na samahan na projects and yun po?
Reach Check Philippines, meron rin. I mean, I'm also very much passionate about environmental awareness. Pero medyo mas mahirap kasi to come up with programs na in line with that during the pandemic, no? So, yeah, there. I used to do coastal cleanups and mga tree planting. Yeah. That's another.
Yan, which leads us to the next question po. Ma'am, how did your advocacy start? Ano po ba ang naging triggering or pushing motion nyo or yan, para po umpisahan itong mga advocacies?
Alam mo, sa totoo lang, feel ko, to begin with, marami na akong advocacies kasi where I studied for high school, sobrang they embedded civic duty in all the students. Na parang kung tinitingnan ko lahat ng batchmates ko, lahat ng classmates ko nung high school, parang sobrang socially aware and socially involved. So, dun yata nag-umpisa. Pero specifically yung children's rights, siguro mga when I played the teacher, and then sakto yung running mate ko from college, she started working for Save the Children Philippines. So I started working with her then. And then officially nung 2020, I signed on as an ambassador for Save the Children. And then when it comes to voters registration, education, and participation, over the pandemic, we started We the Youth Vote, a collective of individuals from different fields. Na our main goal is really to heighten voters registration and education here in the country, in line with the 2022 elections, of course.
Amazing.
Wow, ang dami po, Miss Ria. Well, actually, I have encountered this interview of yours na parang you're saying na syempre it's important na we get to take action on pressing problems that are happening right now. And that's good po kasi syempre kung ano yung timely, yun yung binibigyan natin ng action. So yes, we would like to ask din po, parang why do you think that it's important, those advocacies,
Na we give
in your own view?
give attention to these kinds of causes po.
Okay, so environment, because where else are we gonna live if we don't take care of our environment? Where are we gonna stay in the future, diba? Of course, children's rights. I really believe that the youth is the future. You know, everything is interconnected. It's all about the future of our people and of our country. For yung voters' education, parang after everything that's happened over the past few years, we want to capitalize on the fact na the youth can be a driving force towards change in this country, and we feel like it starts there. And for children's rights naman, siguro parang bakit children's rights? Kasi the children are very, you know, it's not for anything, pero you know, they don't even get to make their own decisions. They're not involved in decision making in society, and I feel like, di ba nung bata ka, yung gusto mo lang tatuhin ka, parang may sarili kang opinion at, you know, people value your opinion as a child. So feel ko, since it's our generation now that's closer to the youth, parang it's our responsibility to make them feel more involved and more taken care of by society and listened to. So yun. Yeah.
Wow, that is an amazing answer from you, ma'am. Ako po kasi ay ako po ay produkto rin po ng mga katulad niyo po na yan, nagmo-motivate, nag-i-inspire, and eventually ito po ginagawa na tong cause na to. But for you po, ma'am, sino po yung tao na ina-admire ninyo in terms of this advocacy? Or tao po na nag-push din sa inyo para gawin po itong mga bagay na ito?
Okay, sa environment, definitely my best friend Mariana Vargas Morada, because siya yung sobrang environmental warrior. Sa barkada ko, sobrang bawal plastic straw, you know, simple things like that. Like, she calls you out for stuff like that. And I think because she really explained it well to all of us, it became something I was passionate about na rin. Children's rights, siguro, because also I have a tita who has an organization as well that focuses on like storytelling and stuff like that. And I feel like helping her out has also opened windows for me and doors to make me realize na important din siya. And then yun, kasi si Kim, my running mate nung college, also worked for Save the Children. So if not her, hindi na naman magiging masyadong aligned. And then with the youth vote, I think, collective effort talaga siya. Parang, Directonet Hadaon yung kausap ko doon. Sabi ko talaga, if you do anything in line with this, kasi importante to ngayon. Yun.
Yan. Ma'am, ito pala, meron tayong question from a viewer. Basahin ko lang po. So, hello po, Miss Ria. Since you're an actress, does it make your advocacies more visible? Is influence a big factor for advocating po?
Okay, let's break that down into two. So, does being an actress make my advocacies more visible? Feel ko the sphere of influence makes it more visible, but not necessarily more relevant. Alam mo yun, yung hindi porket nakikita nila, ibig sabihin relevant na yun sa kanila, which is why you have to continue posting about it. Is influence a big factor for advocating? Okay, because when you say that you influence, that doesn't necessarily mean thousands of people. Even in your inner circle, that's already influencing and that's already advocating. Alam mo yun, even within your family, within your friends, you can be an advocate within that circle. Because either way, you're still influencing others to believe in things, di ba? Yun lang naman.
Apo.
So yes, ma'am, gusto rin po namin i-ask if, syempre, not all journeys are perfect, and of course, there are hurdles and challenges along the way. So which leads us to our next question. What do you think is the biggest struggle you have encountered while advocating this advocacy? Or what is your biggest struggle as an advocate?
Apathy, siguro. Apathy of people around you talaga. Kasi parang, yun nga, ang daming nangyayari ngayon at this point. I mean, maraming generous pa rin, you know, in times of crisis. everybody helps each other out and all of that. You see that. Pero when it comes to long-term causes, hindi siya as sustained because it becomes less and less of a priority. So I think it's really apathy and, people's choice not to focus on it. For instance, the environment, diba? Now would be the perfect time, but it's also hard kasi ang daming factors. So I don't know, yun, yung mga ganon. Ngayon siguro pandemic, mahirap kumilos. It's so hard, and I feel like when you advocate for things, ngayon kasi digital activism na tayo, diba? We're in the day and age na digital activism yung key. Pero, iba pa rin yung on ground, and iba pa rin yung may ginagawa ka physically, I think. So yeah, I think yun lang. Yun.
Since, ma'am, you're an actress po, is it real na talagang nagkakaroon kayo ng mga bashing na nararanasan? Have you ever experienced that po in
Oo naman, definitely. Definitely. And always, people will always have something to say.
And
daming mamaru, diba? Pero carry lang. I mean, I still think that if you believe in something and if you think something's worth fighting for, you talk about it, you bring it to light, even if it means people hate on you or negate what you're saying. Because at the end of the day, at least you said your piece and you're doing your part.
But a strong mindset po. I was about to ask nga po yan kasi nga po, even though hindi naman po kami ganun ka-popular, there are people talaga na may masasabi at masasabi sa'yo na, are you really sincere about your advocacy? Ganyan ba? Ganito? And yun po. Thank you for that answer po. Ito po, there's another question from our viewers. Ma'am, okay, Ate Ria, do you believe that scouting is one of the catalysts of change?
Yeah, I think what's good about scouting is it instills discipline in the people that are part of it. And I really think that's important. So yes, it can be a catalyst of change because it changes people. It teaches people to become more disciplined. And I think, yes. It's a yes for me.
Tinanong po kanina ni Bianca yung about sa struggles. But now, ano po yung biggest achievement na na-redeem nyo after doing these advocacies?
Alam mo yung simpleng thank you from communities, like personal, like people reaching out to you personally na hindi mo alam that you've affected, and it's like, oh wow, may sense pala yung ginagawa ko. Ganon. It's more the little things talaga. Feel ko naman kasi when you do charity work and when you do advocacy-based things, you don't aim for full like satisfaction or something.
Opo. Awards,
diba? Awards. Walang award eh. It's actually a thankless job, if anything. So yeah, it's really the little things.
It's true po talaga na yung mga pasasalamat, yun talaga yung pinakamabigat din na weight for us. Kasi, syempre, we get to know na natutulungan talaga natin sila in our own little ways. So, ang question po namin is parang, syempre, being an actress and being an advocate is two different worlds. I mean, syempre po, you have a busy schedule, a tight schedule of being an actress, tapos you get to involve yourself in organizations na as katulad nga po na sinabi niyo kanina, you personally gusto niyo po pumupunta on site and physically na tumutulong doon sa kanila. Pero ito po yung question po namin, how does being an actress help you as an advocate? Parang, how did it go hand in hand? Ganun.
I think talaga the sphere of influence is the bonus of being an actress. You know, acting is really just a job. You shouldn't be after fame or anything, but part of it is being acknowledged by people and being listened to and having people who actually follow you and listen to what you have to say. So I think that, yeah, being an actress has helped immensely with my advocacies kasi at least parang mas marami yung naaabot ng advocacies. Yun lang naman. Otherwise, I feel like if anything, it makes you more susceptible to being hated on. Kasi yun nga, feeling nila performance activism lang naman yung ginagawa mo. Performance advocacy, di ba? Yung feeling nila, you do it for show. But that shouldn't stop you din naman, di ba?
Opo. Malaking bagay nga.
Ang iba po kasi parang if ever na may ginawa po silang isang bagay, parang sinasabi na it's for show or para lang po mapansin. So parang, I think, there are two naman pong klase na kahit na whatever naman yung purpose ng paggawa dito sa paggawa as an advocate, at least it's an influence pa rin towards others. And if we keep on influencing others, syempre, the topic tag dito, parang may bring up pa rin yung topic na yan at the same time na pag-uusapan at nakagawa ng solusyon. So, yeah, Charm?
Yun nga. So, I was thinking about this. Ano po naman ang inyong masasabi sa mga kabataan po na, kasi I have to admit, there are students right now, there are people around our age na walang alam about this cause, hindi nila, I don't know if they exist, things like this exist, nakahilata lang sila. Ano pong masasabi niyo po para i-encourage sila to join causes like this?
Well, for me talaga kasi I strongly believe that the only person that can encourage someone to advocate for something is themselves, you know. They can be influenced as much as they want, but at the end of the day, no matter what you say, it's still their choice to advocate for it and to believe in the cause, diba? So, if anything, feel ko we shouldn't force people. You know, I don't believe that people should be forced into fighting for causes if they don't strongly believe in it. Kasi hindi nila mapaninindigan yun eh.
Apo.
So, when it comes to people that are apathetic, I feel like you just really need to siguro introspect a little bit more, think beyond yourself and see the bigger picture. Because at the end of the day, as much as, you know, you think you wouldn't be affected by whatever's going on outside of your house, you still will be. And that's the reality. So yeah, feel ko, if you want to get into something, it has to be something that you personally believe in. You know, hindi pwedeng dahil sabi lang ng kaibigan mo, di ba? Dahil sabi lang ng mama mo, hello, no?
It's true po talaga, no, na syempre if you're doing something, it should always come from the heart. And if we do that, mas magiging dedicated tayo sa ginagawa natin.
Now, ito po, where do you see yourself now, years from now, with your advocacies po?
Feel ko, I'll still be fighting for the same causes. Sana. And sana by that time, siguro at 5 years from now, sana there will be major changes already in the stuff that I like talking about and tapping into, diba? I mean, within the next 5 years, we'd have a new set of officers in the country, so that's good. So, paglalaban pa rin yung tamang, you know, calling people out, asking for the right, what's right in terms of governance. Yeah.
Malaking bagay po talaga.
Day by day lang tayo dapat.
Dapat po talaga pinapakita natin sa kanila, no, na eto po, and hopefully, yun tulad nga po na sinabi nyo, hindi natin sila prepersahin, but eventually, these things na pinapakita po natin sa kanila will eventually motivate them to do the same. Partner?
Yan, pero syempre, syempre hindi naman lahat ng time but as of now, minsan hindi naman natin napapanindigan yung mga ibang bagay. And it's good po na in the few years, you'll still see yourself fighting for the same cause. Pero we have to shake off muna from those questions kasi my partner here have prepared a game for you. I think very familiar na po to sa inyo.
Ano po to? For sure, nalaro nyo na po ito, pero the SDG way po, SDG edition po tayo. Fast talk po. Game po ba? Thank you, Ate Ria. So, ito po. First question. World peace po o love life?
World peace.
Favorite pastime nyo po?
Tulog.
Being an actress or being a millionaire?
Actress.
Being an actress or being an advocate?
Ooh. Advocate, sige.
Favorite Filipino word po?
Kilig.
Speaking of kilig, meron po ba kayong crush na advocate?
Ato Carolio.
Learning or teaching po?
Learning.
If you only have two choices po, sisigaw forever or bubulong forever po?
Bubulong forever.
Pinakamalayong lugar na naabot niyo po for advocacy?
Tacloban.
Most attractive attribute to a man po?
Self-awareness.
Yes or no po, would you let your kids take the same path as you?
Yes.
And last question po, short message po for your future selves.
You got this. Yun lang.
Bianca, dahil ako po ay may palaro, si Bianca, meron din po yung palaban na ibibigay sa inyo. Ano ba yung $1 million something siya eh? Bianca?
Ito po, Miss Ria, suppose lang po that we have $1 million. So ito po ay $1 million question kasi this is the main takeaway of this show. So ito po yung question, syempre. What message can you give to engage our scouts to create better world with SDGs?
Just keep looking beyond yourself, and I feel like you'll continue to be inspired to push for the greater good of everybody. I mean, I know it's hard and there are lots of challenges that come with it, but if it's something that you strongly believe in, then it's something that you should strongly fight for.
Wow. That was nakaka-admire po
You
ang
got
inyong
this.
mindset. Kasi po as ako po, nag-start pa lang po ako, probably when I was in grade 9, ako po ay grade 12 na ngayon, nag-uumpisa pa lang po ako. So, I really admire how you strongly believe in your advocacy, and napapansin ko po sa mga sagot nyo how alam nyo po talaga kung ano yung path, alam nyo po talaga kung ano yung sagot sa inyong dito in terms of your advocacy, which is very, very admirable po. What do you say, partner?
Well, as for me naman po, Miss Ria, parang sobrang relatable din po kasi nung mga answers nga. Syempre, for us na parang hindi naman din po talaga nagkakalayo yung mga age po natin na hindi nga po nagkakalayo. Kaya nakakatuwa rin po kasi syempre, you were straight to your points and you know kung ano po yung ano po yung mga priority as of the moment. So, we have a lot of questions po on the comment section. Is it okay po if we entertain more questions?
Sure.
So, okay. The first question here is from Christian James Tabo Apostol. If I'm planning to be an advocate, where should I start?
Ako, I'd start within the community muna. Like, I initially started kasi sa school muna. And from then, I kind of worked my way outwards. Pero, if ever, I'd highly recommend that you start reading up on the advocacies that interest you. Para you get first-hand information, di ba?
Nung high school po ba kayo, Ma'am Gia, na i-involve na rin po kayo sa mga student organizations?
Oo,
So,
super.
mga yung
Hindi,
mga
sobrang
yes,
parang requirement kasi siya sa high school ko eh. Parang grade school pa lang, elementary pa lang, we were already required, mandatory. And then parang siguro na-embed lang talaga kasi naintindihan naman namin kung bakit talaga kailangan. Tapos yun.
Can you name them po, mga organizations po na yun, or mga affiliations? Kasi we were very curious po. Siyempre, relatable din po since we're still in high school, ganyan po.
Well, we had a lot of internal things in Poveda kasi. Marami kami with Makabata. That was the organization partnered with Poveda. And then eventually I worked with Veritas and Caritas and Verlani. And then Cribs. And actually also my titas, Corazon Foundation. And then Save the Children. Yeah.
Wow. Very active din po pala kayo as a student. Din
Ever
noon.
since pa lang.
Kaya hindi rin, no doubt then why Miss Ria here is very active in different organizations. So yeah, do we have more questions?
Tingnan natin.
Here, we have a question, partner.
Ayan. From John Jermer Berdin. Ito, nakilala ka to from NSJ. Yan, Ate Ria, did the scouting advocate as of now? May
Alam mo, feeling ko masyadong mabilis yung ganap ko sa scouting for me to say that it had a major influence. Kasi parang 1 year lang ako. So, I cannot say, but feel ko if I had stayed longer, and then definitely. Kaso 1 year lang ako, so I'm not
Pero, Miss
counted.
Ria,
I'm saling kit-kit lang.
pero Miss Ria, we have a motto here.
once
We have
scout po.
once a scout, always a scout. So even though you have a short experience in scouting, I must say that it has still embedded a lesson for you. Syempre. Okay, here we have
Siguro.
another question.
Good
Another
morning
question?
po, Maria. If ever na you will make or promote another advocacy, what would it be and why? Oo nga po. Ano po kaya yun? Yung mga hindi nyo pa na po
Elderly. Actually, ngayon kasi siguro promote ulit yung elderly. Not necessarily. Kasi what I'm trying to work on now is human trafficking also. Yeah, and then siguro, ang tagal ko na rin kasi hindi nakakatulong sa elderly. So siguro yun yung magiging advocacy. Kasi important din eh. Sorry, what?
Have you ever thought po ba, Ate Ria, na nakakapagod po itong advocacies na ito?
Ayoko naman. You're always gonna get fatigued. It's always a constant choice. Oh, so definitely. Lahat ng ginagawa natin sa buhay may pagod factor. We all have a threshold. So yes, nakakapagod. But you make it a choice to stick to it. Because the more you stick to it, and then maybe the bigger the change happens, diba? Naging worth it naman yung pagod.
Grabe po yung dedication. Yes!
But meron nga rin po kaming sinasabi sa sarili namin, if ever na syempre napapagod din kami sa mga bagay-bagay. Sabi namin, ginusto ko to, kaya ka dapat kayanin.
Yeah.
Exactly. It shows that eh. Pinili mo na yan, nandyan ka na.
Kapag talagang you're passionate about it, if you really, yun nga, yung mga hopeful person like us talagang, ipupush talaga natin to because we want change, we want to do something for the next generation and even for us, diba? Kasi, yun nga, this advocacy doesn't only involves ourselves, pati yung mga taong tinutulungan natin. Yun po, another question, partner.
We have a question here, Ate Ria. Did you expect na magiging part ka ng scouting movement? Why? Siguro, na lang po natin yung question since nasagot yun na po to kanina. Siguro po, na lang. If ever po ba, if you're given a chance to enter the scouting movement once again, because it's not only open for the youth, it's also open to adults and young adults. So yun po, if ever po ba consider niyo po ba enter po ulit or affiliate?
Oo naman. Feel ko naman basta may time. Yun lang naman kalaban natin dito, oras. Sorry, sumasakit ang likod ko. So, I'm injured kasi. So, medyo maglalina ako ng very light.
Sureness lang po.
Last question po. Ito, kay Sir Kim Gamora. What will make you stop advocating your causes?
Ano ba, honestly, natanong ko na rin yun sa sarili ko. Pero feeling ko kasi, no matter what happens, there will always be room for improvement in all these causes. Hindi tayo, parang, not for anything, pero the reality is, we will never run out of things to fix. Especially given yung social conditioning na meron na tayo ngayon, di ba? It's gonna be a non-stop, like, continuous journey. And I feel like, at this point, I can't give an answer to this question. Feel ko.
Yeah,
Feel ko.
thank
Kasi
you.
You can still fight for your causes even if you're busy, you know? Again, digital activism is a thing. Anyway, yes, okay.
Laking bagay nga po. Madami tayong platforms sa pwedeng gamitin even though it's pandemic. Yan, katulad itong Pinoy Scout TV, I know that me and Bianca cannot longer teach in jamborees for SDGs, ganito, magsa-staff. But then again, we have platforms like this na pwede natin gamitin para mag-motivate, mag-inspire, or mag-share ng knowledge sa ibang tao. Di ba, partner?
Yes, true. So, yun po, Miss Ria. Syempre, before ending our show for today, would like to ask then if do you have something to plug or meron po ba kayo? Saan po ba namin kayo aabangan?
Feb 6, I have an MMK episode. Yun na lang muna. Yun muna tayo. February 6, maalaala mo kaya on ABS-CBN? Well,
OMG, I'm so honored
A
po.
to Z. A to Z. Channel 11, 9 p.m. Kapamilya Online Live, Kapamilya Channel. Yun, dun.
Meron na po bang clue as to ano po ang role niyo po doon?
Basta I'm with Jake Cuenca. And I had so much fun. Trying mo panoorin.
Panoorin po talaga namin yan, ma. Ay, ate!
Thank
oh my God, I
you.
feel very honored na na-interview po namin kayo. I've personally learned a lot and iba po, yun, may bago na po akong ano ngayon. Kasi po mga idol ko po, Taylor Swift, ganyan po, advocate din po. Now, nasa list po talaga kayo kasi you're very strict with what you believe. I must say, you're an embodiment of strong, independent woman. Something like that po.
Uy, hindi Minsan, parang lang, struggle yun. May struggle dyan, okay? Admittedly, I'm not perfect in this journey. But thank you for feeling as if I am. Because I try to work on it and I make it a choice every day. So thank you.
Grabe po. Grabe po, Miss Ria. Sobrang grateful din po kami that we are able to invite you here in Pinoy Scout TV. Kasi syempre, we are just a starting organization and we would like to extend our networks to more people para din po madami din po kami ma-reach and ma-spread pa po namin yung SDGs. So, yes, again, I'd like to express our dearest appreciation for accepting our invitation for today and for
so much for
sharing your
having me.
experience as an advocate. And ito pa po, Miss Ria, syempre sinuport niyo rin po yung goal po namin to keep our scouting spirit alive amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. So sana po hindi rin po ito yung last time that we'll be able to invite you in this kind of endeavors.
Thank you.
So to our viewers, thank you for being with us. I hope na you enjoyed. May natutunan kayo. Like me, you're inspired. Tulad ng nakalagay sa comment section, hindi lang twice ang isa-stan ngayon, kasi si Ate Ria. And of course, ang ating mga advocacies. So reminder sa ating mga viewers that our donation platform is still open. So for more details, please go to our page. Punta lang po kayo i-like nyo po ang aming page, and this live po ay i-like nyo din po, i-share, comment, and rewatch nyo po. So, Bianca?
So yes, that is the wrap of our episode for today. This is Bianca Pedes.
And this is Winsharm M. Cinco. See you in the next episode.
Bye!
Happy scouting!